first, I told myself it was nothing, just a fleeting thought, a harmless flicker of curiosity that would vanish as quickly as it arrived. But it didn't. Instead, it grew, quietly, subtly, until it filled every empty space in my mind. I began watching him, really watching him, the way he moved through the house with quiet confidence, the way his eyes lingered when he thought I wasn't paying attention. It was almost imperceptible, like a current beneath calm water. But once I noticed it, I couldn't unsee it. And worse, I didn't want to stop looking back. It began with small things. He'd linger in the kitchen while I made coffee, leaning against the counter with that maddening half-smile. His eyes followed every movement I made. He never said anything. He didn't have to. The silence between us said more than words ever could. One evening, my husband called from the office. Another late night, another dinner for one. I should have been used to it by now, but the disappointment still landed like a stone in my chest. I hung up, exhaled slowly, and swallowed the loneliness that had become my shadow. "You don't seem surprised," a voice said behind me. I jumped slightly, turning to see him, my stepson, standing in the doorway, arms crossed, that same knowing look in his eyes. "I'm not," I said. "Work always comes first." He studied me for a long moment, then smirked. "That's a shame." It wasn't sympathy in his voice. It was something else. Something that made my pulse skip. "You shouldn't say things like that," I said carefully. "Like what?" He took a step closer, his gaze locked on mine. "Like I noticed things?" I swallowed hard. I should have broken eye contact. I should have left the room. But I didn't. "This isn't funny," I whispered. His smirk deepened. "Who said I was joking?" I turned away, gripping the counter to steady myself. I needed to stop this before a spark turned into a wildfire. "I think you should go out tonight," I said, forcing calm into my voice. "See your friends. Have fun." "I'm already having fun." My breath caught. He wasn't playing games. He was testing me, waiting to see if I'd push back or fall. He stepped closer again. His voice dropped. "You should know something." I turned to look at him. This time there was no teasing in his expression, just raw, unapologetic intent. "I don't think I want to stop." I should have been furious. I should have told him to leave, to forget whatever twisted fantasy had taken hold. But instead I stood there, heart pounding, my body betraying me with a heat I didn't want to acknowledge. And the worst part, I didn't want to stop either. I avoided him for days, threw myself into errands, meaningless conversations with my husband, anything to distract me from what I'd felt. But avoidance was a flimsy shield. One evening, I stepped outside for air. The cool breeze was supposed to clear my head. Instead, it brought me face to face with temptation. He was in the backyard again, shirtless, practicing. I should have turned around, but my feet wouldn't move. I watched the way his muscles tensed, the fluid strength in his movements, and he knew I was watching. He slowed down, stretched, showed off, then turned to face me, that same smirk on his lips. "You don't have to hide," he said, grabbing a towel. "I'm not hiding," I lied. He stepped closer. "Then why do you keep running? This isn't a game." "Never said it was. But I think you're lying to yourself." He reached out, his fingers brushing mine, sending a spark through my skin. I should have pulled away, but I didn't. "You feel it too," he murmured. Before I could reply, thunder cracked, the sky opened, rain splashing against the pavement. "This can't happen," I whispered. He didn't argue. He didn't have to. His eyes said everything. It already was. I went inside, hands shaking. I wanted to blame him for pushing. But deep down, I knew I had been the one watching first. That night, I barely slept. I felt his touch in every breath, saw his eyes every time I closed mine. I told myself it was just tension, just the rain. But the next morning, he was already in the kitchen when I came down, watching me again. "You didn't run this time," he said quietly. "There's nothing to run from." "You sure about that?" He brushed past me, just enough to graze my waist. Heat flooded through me. "You keep saying this can't happen," he whispered, "but you never say you don't want it to." I should have denied it. I didn't. Then thunder cracked again. The lights flickered. The storm was back. He reached for my wrist, a silent question, and I didn't pull away. When he kissed me, it was soft at first, then deeper, hungrier. I melted into him, letting go of every reason I'd told myself to walk away, and I didn't care. For the first time in years, I felt alive. Days blurred after that, stolen glances, hushed whispers, touches that lasted too long. I should have felt guilty, but I didn't. All I felt was wanted. My husband, oblivious, drowning in meetings, calls, deadlines. But he noticed every time. My stepson, and he never let me forget it. When my husband left for a 3-day trip, I told myself I'd keep my distance. But when the knock came at my bedroom door, I answered. "You've been avoiding me," he said. "You know why." He stepped inside. "Then why does it feel like it's exactly what we both need?" His words broke something inside me. When he touched me, I let him. The next morning, I woke before dawn. He was still asleep beside me. I slipped into the hallway, quiet, careful, only to stop dead in my tracks. My husband stood at the bottom of the stairs, suitcase in hand. His eyes met mine, then shifted to the half-open bedroom door behind me. He didn't say a word, just, "I thought so," and walked away. No shouting, no rage, just silence. The next day, he was gone. No note, no confrontation, just gone. Days passed. My stepson and I barely spoke. The tension between us changed. One night, I found him in the kitchen, staring out the window. "What happens now?" I asked. He turned to me slowly, eyes unreadable. "I don't know." And for the first time, I believed him. Then he reached for my hand, and I let him. Because after everything, the secrets, the guilt, the mess we made, I still couldn't walk away.